What's up, guys? This is me, Semaj from BroTalk, and I'm here to talk to you guys about some WWE. Now, what am I about to talk to you guys about? Well, there's one thing I'm thinking right now. What is it? No, it's not Holly Holm beating Ronda Rousey. No, do you want to know what it is? It's something that WWE should be doing. They should be watching UFC. Yes, WWE should be watching UFC. Want to know why? Because UFC is real. UFC is getting good. I mean, I'm a fan of UFC, and I don't follow it as much, but lately things have been looking just so awesome and so legit. I mean, see that Ronda was just watching the Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm fight. I don't know what it was, but she's just not. That's for another topic. But to really talk about it, WWE honestly should be watching UFC because things are getting so good in UFC. Like, I saw John Jones versus Daniel Cormier, and that was real. That was real. Even at the conference when they both got each other's face, that's like, wow, these guys might fight right now. Forget the octagon, man. Forget the day they're supposed to fight. Forget round 2. They're going to fight right then and there. And that's something WWE needs to intensify. They need to intensify these rivalries because, I mean, let's face it. We all know WWE creative right now is they're in muddy waters because, I mean, they were doing good for 2 weeks when Seth Rollins was there, but the moment Seth Rollins got injured, things went downhill for WWE creative. Like, you could tell that they were just sinking in a ship that they weren't ready for. And UFC, the way that they're presenting these rivalries, these hatred for each other, like, watch their promo videos. You think WWE can make some good promo videos, edit up, some good clips? Watch UFC. UFC does it right, and WWE should learn. Okay, now, another thing WWE should learn from is that UFC isn't just going to put their top guy against their bottom guy. That just doesn't make sense. They actually have rankings, a system, who versus who. I mean, given Holly Holm wasn't, before the fight, Holly Holm wasn't the biggest competitor to verse Ronda Rousey. But, I mean, they did it anyways. And guess what? She beat Ronda Rousey. Now, that's the case where WWE needs to throw in an underdog to win the championship because, hey, we need some surprises. Maybe my boy Dean Ambrose or maybe my boy Cesaro. But mostly, WWE needs to learn that there's true competition. I mean, I guess it's the fault of WWE creative because they haven't built stars up. They haven't built true main event stars, just like Cesaro, a guy that should be main eventing by now, but WWE somehow just can't push the guy. I mean, that's all he needs, one big push. But I can see it. He's going to be the next Daniel Bryan, and at WrestleMania, people are going to be chanting yes for Cesaro. Another thing WWE should learn from is that women can main event. I know not right now is the time for WWE because they're just starting their Divas Revolution, but it's time for women to main event. When we get Charlotte or get Paige or Sasha Banks, because I mean, Sasha Banks is probably the best female athlete in the WWE right now, not counting the women in NXT, but Sasha Banks is just so great that they need to push her to that level, and I could see Sasha Banks main eventing. I mean, you already saw NXT Takeover Brooklyn, like, oh, come on, Sasha Banks versus Bayley, that 30-minute Iron Man match, now that was something to see. That was a beautiful sight to see. An Iron Man match, more like Iron Woman match. That was awesome. Another thing WWE needs to change is the way they present their format. I mean, it's not that the format sucks, it's just the fact that it's getting old. I mean, we're going to be heading into 2016. I mean, I see SmackDown going on USA and they changed the SmackDown, but are they going to change Raw? WWE needs to make things more serious, more impactful. Make these guys have true rivalries. Make these guys true characters. Like, let them build, let them develop. I mean, I saw his Fandango on SmackDown. He was Fandangoing. I mean, why are we seeing a guy that won at WrestleMania 3 years ago Fandangoing, doing the thing that he did 3 years ago now? This guy hasn't built the character at all. He's the same person. And WWE keeps dropping the ball on certain guys, and honestly, it's just not fair. Watch UFC. Watch UFC, and you can see what WWE potentially could be doing. Oh my God, you could see it. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar face to face one more time. Except it's getting real this time. Brock Lesnar doesn't like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns doesn't like Brock Lesnar. And they're about to duke it out. I mean, there's good cases where you see Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker when they had that brawl on Raw. That was just awesome. But I mean, there's things that WWE just could be tweaking a little bit. Even with the women's rivalries, with Paige and PCB, or whatever what was PCB, it's just like, why is Paige, or, I mean, she's a heel now, but why was she trying to be friends with the people she backstabbed in the first place? That makes no sense whatsoever. But now that Paige is feuding with Charlotte, these guys need to bump heads, or more like women. These women need to bump heads, and they need to show that they truly don't like each other. And I mean, when have we seen the last promo from Charlotte? Not at all. And if I hear her say one more time, let's do it with Flair, I promise you, I'm going to light my TV on fire and say, let's do it with Flair. UFC lately has just been looking so good. I mean, I'm somewhat of a UFC fan, and I've been watching back and forth between some fights and just seeing this true hatred for opponents build up, like in the Ronda Rousey Holly Holm feud, feud. It goes so long, right? At these conferences, meetings, they show respect towards each other, and then right at the last minute things start to build up between the two. And I mean, that could be, that could reminisce a little bit on Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns' small rivalry, but that's something WWE should go back to, showing that these guys can coexist for a little bit. But when it starts getting to the heat, starts getting to the fan at the end of this whole, at the end of this build, you just see these guys, boosh, go at it. I mean, Holly Holm dominated Ronda Rousey, and that was just a sight to see. But that's perfectly something the WWE should learn from. That the underdog could come and beat Brock Lesnar. Who knows? Holly Holm was basically the Brock Lesnar to Undertaker. Ronda Rousey's streak was broken. Now, can we all have a moment of silence for Ronda Rousey? Thank you. All right. Now, bros, if you want some more bro talk, just subscribe to our channel. All right. See you later, bros.